Angela Merkel must please Green voters, even though she's a CDU chancellor. She's pulled the party so far to the middle that there must be more things that you agree on with the CDU now than you did, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah, but the CDU in Germany has also a minor partner, which is the CSU, very conservative in Bavaria. So we do have a question of how we hold the European Union together. We do have quite differences with Merkel and Schäuble. If you talk about how do we deal with refugees, there you see a huge difference with the right-wing part of the conservatives, and the huge gap between us and them. So it seems to be quite a challenge in these talks.
So is that, I mean, dealing with refugees can be done in an energy efficient way. You're not talking about just the climate there. You're talking about sort of issues of human rights. Are those the only issues that you have problems with in the CDU-CSU, issues of human rights, or are there also climate differences?
Well, in the whole environmental stuff, there are huge differences between us and the conservatives. It's there we have three major points. First is the whole question of energy and getting rid of coal. This is it's not the position the CDU has. We do have the way how agriculture is done in Germany. Huge debate with the conservatives. We have totally different views on that. And the question is how it goes on with the traffic system in Germany and with the way of the automobile industry. So therefore, there are quite some difference in the environmental stuff. Then we do have the difference in the question of how do we deal with refugees, and especially I give you one example. In Germany, we do have a lot of refugees. We know it's important for them. Integration needs family, so this is allowed that minors getting their parents here if they. And on all these, we are having different positions, and on the whole question of social justice. Also, there are quite different perspectives on society. So for that reason, we campaign on our issues and our values, and that's the important thing till 10 days.
So you're quite far away, but I guess you feel that you could do some justice for the country and pulling the CDU closer to you. Were the two of you to form a coalition, would you be able to work in the same coalition with the FDP because you're even further away from their positions?
As I said, it's too early to discuss all the coalition things. It's what's important for us. Are we strong? Even are we stronger than the liberals, as you mentioned? Mm-hmm. If you look at the German party system, there is one green party and there is one anti-green party, and that's the FDP. I'll just give you an example. My colleague from the FDP, General Secretary, talked about climate change. It sounded a little bit like fake news, Donald Trump. I'm sorry for saying that and remembering that, but that shows the difference we do have with the liberals, and therefore we are, in the way Germany's future path will depend if the Greens are stronger or the liberals. Let
me just finally ask you about when coalition talks could start then. I mean, assuming you have a good result in the election, and you're going to be invited to those talks, how late do you think we'll have to wait until we start getting news on that?
Well, the speculation will start right after the election result at 6 p.m. on Sunday, the 24th. But I think it will be a situation where we complicated talks, so we'll see.